What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing fine. And in today's video I just want to share with you how me and my boyfriend transform a guest room into a guest room slash office. Coming up in this video. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ignas and this is Practical Wellness with you. I really hope you're doing fine. Today's video is a little bit different. We're not going to talk about health, diseases or any other, worldwide issues. But what I want to show, and I'm just very proud of me and my boyfriend transforming the second guest room into the workspace slash bedroom when we need. And what I mean by that is we literally build a Murphy bed ourselves. However, Thomas is also working from home and we would use this space here. It's a bit messy, but anyways, in the first months of quarantine, working together, and at some point, we can't be 24/7 all the time together, so I felt like, okay, we still have this spare bedroom that, I make some of my videos, and that bed was always standing there, and I felt like, we don't have that many guests, so it's just really not functional. And then I had this little black table that you've seen in, multiple videos of mine, that was just not practical. So I checked on Google about, the ideas that you can make a wall bed, or others would call it like Murphy style bed. So I thought like, okay, let's maybe make one of those, and the rest of the time, I can use it as an office. So here what we came up with. I want him to tell you guys more all about that. So Thomas is joining this video. So hey guys, I'm joined by my beautiful and very handy boyfriend, Thomas. Say hi.
Hi.
You've seen him in some of the videos before, in the vlogs, but this is the first time that he's in my video. Thomas basically made a design of this room, and the idea was to make this Murphy style bed that you see on the screens right now. So I would like him to, tell you a little bit more on how exactly he did it and what was the process of making it.
Well, the most important thing when you're designing such a thing is what will be the use for it. This room is a very small room, and we don't use it that often, but when we use it, we want to use it for multiple purposes. So when designing this kind of cupboard, the first thing you have to do is you need to know what are your measurements, like what are you going to put there. In this case it was a small double bed, so it's 140 centimeters by 200 centimeters, which is a basic bed. What can I work with? What space do I have? Well, in this case, this wall that you see on this side is basically not that big. It's only like 250 big, so you can the length of the bed wouldn't fit there. However, the width of the bed does fit there. So that's why we decided to make a vertical Murphy bed that's really coming out from the top part to the below part, to make sure that you have all the right measurements for all the different parts, because it cannot come out of one piece. You need at least 3 or 4 sheets that we had bought. Yeah, we had bought amazingly big. So they cut it at the
building material store.
Building material store.
I don't know how it's called. Depot, no?
Yeah, Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Indeed. And that's where we cut everything. And when we cut everything, we brought it in 2 or 3 separate tranches to our home. I started with building the bed frame, which is basically the easiest. You just have to make sure that you know a little bit what you're doing and make it sturdy. That's the secret, make it sturdy, because you can imagine that just taking one plate, in the end it can it can not be straight if there's too much pressure on there, so it will go like this, it will hang and it will go down, and that's not what a bed is meant for. So basically what we did is we placed some inner strengthening beams in order to make sure that it stays straight. When that was done, the frame was extremely heavy, like really heavy. You couldn't carry it on your own, so I had to ask some help from Ignas to carry this because it was so heavy. But it was already very sturdy. The second step was basically building the cupboard. The cupboard was, well, it's really easy. It's just 3 sheets of wood, and it's 220 high, the cupboard, and it's around 45 centimeters deep. So basically that was really easy to do, the cupboard. Last step, that was connecting the bed frame to the cupboard, and that was basically the most horrendous thing that we had to do, because we used this turning disc that's on both sides, and it basically allows you...
I'll put the link down below.
It basically allows you to put the bed from its upright position to its down position. These sheets are very narrow, and you need to connect both sides. You need to connect one to the cupboard and one to the bed frame. I'll just be honest, it's horrible to do it. However, in the end we managed to, by squeezing our fingers in between the disc and tightening the bolts with a very long wrench. Painting wood is not easy. You need to make sure that everything is well sanded, you need to make sure that everything is grounded, and then you can start painting. Well, I don't really have a lot of patience, so I also asked Ignas a lot of times to help with the painting.
And carrying stuff.
And carrying stuff, of course, and holding stuff, because as you can imagine, even so, when this bed was, well, when we connected all the final pieces together, it was a very heavy bed. The bed frame itself was heavy, but you can imagine that when you put a mattress in, it will be even more heavier. Finished everything, I drilled up some final holes on the end, because you can imagine a bed must have some legs, and in this case it also has legs, but you can put them on or screw them off. It's really easy. Yeah, that's it. Well,
for the bed part, what else did you make?
Yeah, because this room was supposed to be multifunctional. An empty space with a nice cupboard in there is very nice, but you can't really do a lot in there. Before, in the corona times, we were working always together in the living room at the dining table, and well, currently, well, we decided that we need both a bit of space, because he has a lot of calls to take and I have a lot of calls to take, and sometimes it just doesn't work sitting at the same table. So I decided to put here a foldable desk, because the bed is so big that if it comes down, it would almost reach the other side of the wall. It only has a very narrow walk pathway alongside the bed. So that's why we decided to make basically a very simple sheet, which you can just buy from the Home Depot, desk sizes basically, and some hardware. It's like a folding system that you can buy there as well. Those are a bit more expensive, but not too bad. Yeah, and basically you need to make sure that you have a very good drill. That's also for the bed part, it's suggested to have a very good drill. Like if you are going to drill into the stone, really need to have a sturdy machine. The first holes didn't go so well, but it is also part of the process.
Trial and error.
Trial and error indeed.
But yeah, just tell about the whole process. Like, I mean, because that was completely for us something new. We have never done before a Murphy bed. We have never built it, and yeah, I mean, what was your, you know, thought process about this? How did you feel?
Well, when we started off with the idea of a Murphy bed, basically it came from Ignas. I thought it was a nice idea, but in practice I think it would be quite difficult to manage. As you can imagine, these kind of cupboards, these kind of Murphy beds are not always made by hand. They are made by machines, they are made by very experienced people, by factories. On the other hand, those ones, those versions are very expensive. You can get them from 800 euros, but you can also get them for 5,000 euros. Which is quite expensive, and we didn't want to spend that much on this kind of project, do-it-yourself project.
Oh yeah, I also had like a couple of guys coming in to check, like carpenters, to check like how much they would charge if they could make it, and we were like around 1,500 to 2,000 euros for just only like a bed with a, you know, maybe like a cupboard or something like that. But again, that was just out of our budget when we were thinking like, okay, we saw like a couple of YouTube videos, right, online where people do like do-it-yourself Murphy bed style for, you know, it's just a couple of hundred of bucks, and we thought like, okay, why we are different, right?
Yeah, so basically I thought, well, yeah, you have these nice videos, but on the other hand, those people all bought plans. They all bought hardware, including the plans, the measurements of all the wood, everything. We did everything from scratch. We had to measure everything ourselves.
We are good at math, no? Right?
Well, actually I was doing the math and you were just carrying the wood around, but I'm fine with it. You were there for the moral support.
And inspiration. And just doing like a heavy lifting because I'm strong.
Yeah. But in the beginning I was like, oh Ignas, I made the bed frame. It's so heavy. We will never be able to lift this thing from its feet. It will be so entirely difficult to make this cupboard. I think we managed quite well, and in the end I'm astonished what we can achieve together.
True.
Because we did it all by ourselves, and actually this is the most fun room in the whole apartment.
Yeah, turns out to be. Well guys, that was it. Actually the office reveal video is over. So from now on I'm not going to be shy anymore, and I can film and from this angle because you can see it, and from this green wall, and from that table, from anywhere, because I have so much space, because my boyfriend helped me to make it. So I want to say thank you again.
No, thank you too for your help. And your pressure.
The most valuable diamonds always made under a pressure. Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and
please subscribe to the channel.
Thank you. Take care. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.
Bye.